Go, 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 go. Welcome to Difficult Terrain Podcast. Thank you guys for another great week of gaming. Last week we had some crazy stuff go down, but before we get to that, I want to talk a little bit about a online thing I found because I could not think of anything to talk about.
Okay,
And
so it's going to go one of two ways.
This is a PG show, right?
Well, that's perfect because this is a PG website. It is 75 great conversation starters for kids of all ages.
Oh, no.
So I figured I'd pick one of these and I guess we could start there and talk a little bit about, how things are going in your life. So my question for you, Otua, today is what do you typically play at recess?
Wall ball.
Wall ball.
Answer.
Wall ball.
Until it gets taken away.
What was wall ball? Is that like this with the hand and you hit the ball against the wall? And
Oh my goodness. How do you not know wall ball?
I don't know. I know Sean Paul.
It's one of those kind of pinky kind of rubber balls. You just kind of you'll throw against the wall and I don't even know.
Fist sized?
We played with tennis balls.
Yeah, we played with tennis balls
yeah.
too.
Someone had to catch it before it bounced a second time.
Yeah, you had to call out
And
a
throw it.
name,
Yeah.
and then the other person had to catch it. It could only hit the ground once, and there were
I
there
don't
were
remember
various rules around it.
recess. I mean, given I got an A in gym classes we talked about in the last episode, medic dodgeball. Ooh, that's a spot. But that wasn't a recess. That was just
Medic
pure gym class.
dodgeball.
Were you the medic?
Yeah, no, it was just
able to heal
dodgeball, but
people?
you also had to sit on those old school scooters, and you got the chance to revive your partners. So it's just unlimited dodgeball.
I remember.
Those scooters were amazing.
Yeah,
They were pretty fun.
Yeah.
I still have all 10 of my fingers. So there you go.
Have you seen that the keep the balloon in the air game has gone professional?
Has it?
What?
That's intense.
No, but
and-
I can't wait to see that on ESPN because they had Excel on recently.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
I think it's on the Ocho. But I think the only rules are you can't hit it downwards, obviously, so it has to go upwards, and that's it. And then you just have to. All these kids are running around these rooms trying to hit these balloons. It's intense, dude. I'm just but it brought me back because that's the crap we would do at my house. I don't have a balloon. We're totally keep the balloon in the air because that's the game to play.
Yeah.
That is 100% a fantastic game. I'd play that now.
I would play that now. Yes.
Same.
Your kids will be old enough soon here.
I mean, we played paddleball on the beach. It's kind of very similar.
Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah, same thing. All that's the volleyball, I guess. Kind of,
Yeah.
What's the? Did you guys have badminton? What did you guys do? The little
Paddles.
badminton.
The little shuttlecocks.
Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. I didn't want to say it.
No, it's the word. We didn't
That's
play
what it
with
is.
shuttlecocks.
Yeah, you weren't allowed to play with shuttlecocks. Understandable.
Yeah. For some reason, my Catholic
much
school
danger.
wouldn't let us play with them.
Oh, you guys are too young. Did you have jarts? Do you remember jarts?
I've seen
The most
one, but I've
deadly
never.
home game ever made. Oh, it was great. So someone thought it'd be a great idea to create these. They look like the front of arrows, but really big, like this big. So imagine an arrow front, but this long, and metal shaft in the middle, and a point on the end so it sticks in the ground to make sure it sticks in the ground.
Oh, like lawn darts.
Oh,
kind
lawn
of.
darts.
Yes, and yeah. So you throw them like a cornhole kind of, and they fly up, and they're kind of they catch the arrow because they have a arrow shape, and then you gotta get them in these holes. Like they have rings you put out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so many people got them stuck in their legs and their chest and their backs because
Uh-oh.
We've lost one.
welcome to Difficult Terrain Podcast.
You're so excited you knocked your headphones off.
I completely knocked my headphones out, but I'm back and good. Everybody sounds a little different, but I guess we're good.
Okay.
We do.
So yeah, anyway, that was jarts.
I bet if you have any of those left over, I'm sure they'll be collector's items, given how deadly they were.
That's true.
Oh yeah, they were made illegal. So I imagine I'm also going to eBay and seeing if I can find some
Some jarts.
jarts
Is that with a
Jarts.
J? Jarts?
with a J, I think.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, it's not bad at all. You can get the original. Oh, no, that's the sign.
Speaking
Sign.
Speaking
for
of
$13.
Speaking of clearing your browser history, Dolph is starting the day with how to chat with kids. and looking up
And then
at arrows.
charts. How do I lure the child into playing charts?
Let's move on.
I was only nerf jarts,
Shout
unfortunately.
out FBI, we're only joking.
I guess you can't even buy on eBay, but I was looking forward to that. That's okay. We also played Top Gun. That was another one. But I had nothing to do with Top Gun. We just would walk around with our arms like interlaced and knock people over. It's
like a Red Rover version, but just 80s and cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, that was elementary school. Recess. I miss recess.
Yeah. Do you guys play with remember Pogs or Crazy Bones?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh,
That was after-
Crazy Bones. Oh,
Yeah, remember those little
goodness.
plastic Crazy Bone things?
I don't.
Yes.
My little brothers had all that stuff. Yeah.
I love that.
The Pogs were good, but remember the ones that you spin and they had the little arena? You both like spinning tops and they'd fight.
Beyblades? Beyblades.
So what they're called? Beyblades.
Right?
I like that.
Well,
I think
that's a
that's-
how long
show.
was it ago?
But wasn't there some like a precursor to Beyblades?
There
that
might
kind
have
of
been like
inspired
a.
it?
There might have
Crossfire?
been.
The
Crossfire?
Oh, that sounds right.
Like that like it was a little like plastic like arena like board game almost. You'll get caught in the crossfire.
Yeah.
No, Crossfire was a different one. That was the
That was-
marble shooter. You shot the marbles.
Yeah,
It's called Crossfire.
yeah. I mean,
I can't remember what the other thing was called. though.
Beyblades came out in 1999.
Battle Tops or something.
Yeah, I know what you're
That
talking
sounds right.
about.
Yeah, it's good times. Anyway, we're playing a whole nother game. We don't play those silly children's games anymore. We play adult games. We get together, pretend to be people in a fantasy world.
Yeah.
With tattoos of goats.
Yeah, get tattoos of three-legged goats.
That's
with
how we
moving
roll.
goats.
Oh yeah.
In fact, last week you guys did get tattoos of goats. You went through an experiment with one of the teachers, and now have had tattoos for a day at least that you could talk to each other. Probably mess with each other at night. I would imagine I would anyway. After, of course, losing the Star Day tournament in the final round, sadly.
So sad. So
It's
sad.
Go ahead.
Korzakan's wanton violence or vandalism that he committed after losing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You must be thinking of someone else because it definitely was not me.
This is Korzakan right
Okay.
here.
Yeah, this Korzakan was here. All right. This Leshy.
So hung up on it.
Unless
He's
she's
using, he tries to use he sleeps over because it's a range of 120 feet. So he sleeps over one night and just does the like Game of Thrones shame.
Oh man.
Waking up your aunt.
Yeah. What's your aunt doing, by the way?
Yeah, she's been staying there. She has nowhere to go. She's a bit homeless.
She's our kind of roving almost like weather woman, if you will. She tells us where the traveling market resides each day.
Do we know that she's there?
No, because I 7 a.m. I'm like, hey, go find out where the market is today.
She probably uses the other restroom and shower with the frogs in it.
Yeah, I tip her a gold each day, and then
Gold each.
How much gold do you have?
We could be buying like cool items and shit.
potions.
Yeah, potions.
Yeah.
We give him a certain level of flavor gold.
Yeah.
That you can't use on
gold
anything
chocolate gold coins.
yeah. And that's how we roll. So that was a interesting day in the park at Star Day. Unfortunately, a sad one, but y'all made it. You're here. You're alive. It could be worse. You didn't get the grand prize though. But it comes to me leveled up in school, and Korzakan, as usual, you are out. You take some time in the evening to really start digging through these tunnels. You're like, I gotta find the next party spot. You've been finding little spots for people to get down. You've of course found students down there like making out and stuff, but you've kind of seen a little bit of it all. You haven't really run into anything. You found tracks of things like gremlins, other small creatures of sorts. You're not quite sure what they are. I don't think you have survival. So you have found tracks, but nothing like dangerous that you've seen. So you are scoping out this little new spot. It's under one of the more ancient parts of the school, and you're like, okay, this could be a good spot. You really don't see any tracks in here. You haven't really seen anybody. any movement around here. So you kind of think you found a new niche that you could really have a good like little rave or something.
That sounds perfect because that's definitely what I would very much do. So I start like slowly bringing supplies down there, every day or whatnot. So, grabbing some snacks, getting some drinks, setting up some music,
speakers,
yeah,
DJ equipment.
Hiding it, of course, just in case someone comes by, but not with the best disguise, I'm sure.
Yeah, doing what you can. That makes sense. And one of these times, down towards the end of one of the edge of the tunnels into this room, you hear a voice, and it says, "Hey."
Hey, what's up?
As you respond to it.
I'd like just check to see if it's coming from my tattoo. Are you guys fucking with me again? God damn it.
And so you check your tattoo and you turn, and as you turn, your sword hilt hits the stone wall, what you thought was stone, but instead of stone, you hear a ching. You hear like a rubbing against metal, cling, and like kind of scrape across it.
Okay, I take my sword out just because I'm always ready with my sword out. And I believe I have light, so I'll cast light on the wall or on something to light up the area.
Okay, yeah, you light up in front of you and you see where you scratched across the wall. And it does look shiny. It looks the color of gold, in fact.
Okay.
Underneath the dust.
Okay, so I undust it entirely,
So you start undusting
wash on.
all together, and it is a metal inlaid, almost like a safe, if you will. And it has, it says W and A engraved on the front in cursive.
W-A, okay.
W and A.
Oh,
and
like W, okay.
And this gold box has a keyhole.
Oh, and we have a key.
Yeah, you do have a golden key that you took with you, if you remember.
On me, so...
Where'd we get that from?
Of course I have that with me now, because why wouldn't I? So...
Got that in the stump.
It's in your pack.
Pull that out. Pop that in.
You
Sword's
slide-
still out, just in case.
You slide the key in, and it does, in fact, turn.
I pee myself a little bit.
So excited.
Just a little excitement, pee like a dog, but minus the tail wagging.
Shaking a little bit.
Yeah.
And as you turn it, the front flips down like a mailbox.
Okay.
And inside of this is a small, little, intricate gold chest / box. And in front of it, sitting on it, is a small envelope on it that reads Isla, A-Y-L-A.
I try to get in touch with Klaus and have him put on his fancy hat. Are we close enough?
So your tattoo is faded, so it's not currently functioning, but you can go back and get somebody if you want.
It's Isla. Yes, Korzakan has been quite cautious, and he really wants to do it. But okay, all right. So we're gonna close up that box. Actually, I'm gonna just leave that box inside the box. Close that up.
Okay, but you haven't opened it up, and you haven't touched the envelope. You haven't touched anything.
Putting it up. Oh, wait, it's just an envelope.
So there's an envelope leaning against a small box. It's like an intricately carved box.
Does the envelope look old? Like it's like it's not like people are passing secret messages and like this was put here like a week or a few days ago.
Yeah, it's been fairly protected in here, but it does look a bit dusty in here just from dust naturally going through the key slot and whatnot. Yeah, and the whole box, if you remember, was covered with either dust or maybe someone purposely covered it with a rock-looking covering. You know, you didn't see it physically until you bumped into it.
I'm assuming reading other people's mail is not like a crime in this world, so...
I think that's accurate.
I delicately...
There's no postmark on it. So
they signed you up for spam mail.
Yeah, I will delicately open it in hopes of like resealing it if needed.
Okay. Yeah, you open it. It's not sealed, actually. It's just tucked in, you know.
Oh, in that case, there's no debate.
They'll never know.
So you lift it up and you open it, and it does have a message inside.
I read that
and it says, to Isla, my love, if you're reading this, you remember. But unfortunately, it was too late for my life. Your father knows where you are. Reach him. He will tell you the full story.
Oh my goodness.
Please take what I left you here first, so you'll know your way back. I couldn't heal your mind, but this will forever heal your body.
Okay, so you got some healing potions. Okay, I will, yeah, I'm gonna take the box, take the letter, make things look like, nothing special is here. And, I'm gonna take it to Klaus and secret. I don't want Otua to know, because this just seems like some sort of like high class group of people. For some, they've got gold. So I don't want Otua to have some sort of like influence on what's happening here. So I'm gonna take it to Klaus and only Klaus.
Okay, so you put the thing back in the envelope, and the chest that's closed inside of here.
The small one.
You're gonna keep it closed, or you're?
No, that chest is coming with me now.
Okay, gotcha. Closed, right? You're not going to open it?
Correct. I'm not going to open it just yet. But I lock up the big mailbox container.
Okay, and close it up, and it locks just fine.
In front of it.
And you head back to the Spire dormitory to find Klaus. And on the way is Otua. No. So yeah, you go back, and Klaus is actually out front doing his training, his little 1, 2, 3 exercises. All his he's kicking the poles and stuff
all the time.
Hey Klaus, how's it going? You got a sec? Found something kind of interesting.
Oh, Korzakan, for you. Always have a sec.
Oh, thank you
what
so
can
much.
I help you with?
And I the same for you, as you know.
Oh.
Can we pop inside into the dorm somewhere private, if you don't mind, either your room or mine?
Sure. All right.
My room, I just cleaned my room, so we can come in mine if you're cool with that.
Let's go.
Do you have the hat, by the way?
Oh, always have the hat. Can't you see?
Okay. Oh, sorry. Yes, I forgot what it looks like.
You forgot what's the orange really pops.
Yeah, it does.
New look.
So we go into my room. I close it. And,
it's clean, but there are wires everywhere from all the electronics she's setting up for the party.
Yes, for sure.
Do you need help setting up for a party?
Well,
looking around.
That's like, that's going to be when everyone comes back to campus. It's a welcome back party. We will have a huge thing. I would love your help later. And, we'll be like the kings of campus afterwards. But for now, something more important. Okay. Well, maybe not. I don't know. So I make sure the door's locked. I sit kind of far away from him so he doesn't think like
something weird's going to happen.
Something creepy's happening.
Am I being entrapped?
I sense that.
What's going on? I trust.
I toss over the letter to him and let him read it.
And you open it up and you read the same thing.
Okay. Can I roll knowledge local? Or something of the sort?
Mm-hmm. And you get a plus. Well, did you hit level 2 for your?
I didn't.
Okay. Never mind on the +1.
It's a society.
Society. Yeah. What's your number?
Actually, I might not be good with society. Untrained,
I might roll it too.
+2.
Oh crap! I went to the wrong person.
Yeah, you did. Unless it's
can I roll
Arcana
too?
related.
You can. Yeah. What's your society?
+1. Are you gonna roll it?
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Yeah. Neither of you are. Have heard of this name, or does it seem like a familiar situation?
What about Arcana? Can he roll to see if there's like any booby traps or something on the box?
What would you like to do, Klaus? She asked you to check it out.
Yeah. So, setting the letter down, Klaus will take the small box and kind of like just turn it over. Does it sound like it has something?
Yeah, definitely has something inside. It has a little latch on it, but it's not locked. It doesn't look like.
Can I do like a perception check to make sure it's not trapped or anything like that? +4.
Yep, you sure can.
I'm just like envisioning, what is it, Raiders of the Lost Ark situation happening right now.
It does not. It does. All your souls get sucked out of your body. It does not appear to be trapped.
Okay. Maybe this is because I was messing with the music, but did you describe like specifically the look of the box?
Yeah, it's an intricate small box. It is lined with like a metal that is in the color of gold, and almost like elven, if you will. Very finely. Finely intricate, yeah, and then it opens up like a chest, kind of, has a slightly rounded top, but not quite like a mini chest, but similar to that look. It gives you that reminder, and then it has a little flip over latch that closes it, but it doesn't appear to be locked. It looks like you could just lift it and open it. Yeah, and as you pulled up around. Something kind of significance in there. Feels like a.
Is it like
I don't
really
know.
heavy or?
It could be, not really heavy. It could be marble or stone or something bouncing around there.
You think we should open it?
I was about to ask, have you already opened it? I feel
No. I'm just being
do
extra
you want to open
cautious.
it together? Right now?
Let's do it.
Yes. So, should we be very careful? Like, we could stand back. We could use like our sword to unlatch and like lift, or
Ooh,
just
I like
open
that.
it.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just pull out my
Because-
I've got a good.
Oh, did you tell Klaus where you found this, or just that you found it? And you need to,
Only if you asked. I'm happy to tell you.
Oh, well, in that case, Klaus would have been like, "Where the hell did you find this?
And
Why are you
I tell-
coming
I-
with a letter and a box?"
And then I tell you.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and, at a distance, open the latch, just in case. It doesn't seem nefarious, but as we all know, Klaus is super paranoid.
And so is, of course, that's why you guys got together. I think.
We
No one
got our
else-
tinfoil hats on.
Everyone will be like, let's just open it.
The box.
This is all gonna be cut out too.
Oh no. that's
Which
what
time?
So yeah, Korzakan, you take your rapier and you reach out and dexterously unlatch it and open it up. And inside, it is a small spindle-shaped white stone.
Ooh.
I know
It
what
has
this is.
a pearly sheen.
Well,
And it
would Klaus be able to identify it with an Arcana roll? Can I detect magic?
you can definitely detect magic. There's magic within 30 feet of you.
Can you do a +5?
In the room,
Arcana
the
for
way we
me?
play.
Oh, is it?
Josh, you don't know what it is, but Korzakan, for some reason,
Why did you even come to me? Didn't need me at all.
realizes
Zoe
this
and I
is,
had some chats.
this is an Aeon stone, and it is a specific one.
I have a guess.
So many in here. Go ahead and guess.
Based on your description, it is a pearly white spindle. And
Oh yes, it is in fact
you did say it was
pearly
pearly
white spindle.
white and spindle looking. So
And Korzakan, and you don't know why you know this. You feel like it's kind of been infused into you for some reason, that you know what this is. Like someone told you. You've never seen this before, and you know that when you take time and with a stone and invest in it, it slowly starts healing your wounds. Restore 1 hit point every minute, and the resonant power grants you 1 resistance to negative damage.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
you need a wayfinder to get that resonant power. But yeah, still.
Wow, way to just crush everything.
That's my job.
The healing is pretty great. Yeah.
That's why I was here.
Okay, awesome. Joey, do you want to just is it wrong if we just pocket this? Or I'm not really sure what to do, as in, basically using Klaus as my moral compass because I have none.
Well, I do think we have a sort of duty to at least attempt to return this item to the rightful owner. But, there's like a 30-day period where if we can't find them, then it's ours.
Okay.
Lost and found.
But the lost and found.
I'm aligned with that.
It could be just 7 days. Like, just as long as we give it our all for the 7 days.
Give it a college try, all right.
Mm-hmm. The old Nagambian try.
Okay.
So of course, you're going to hold on to it, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll hold on to it for safekeeping for now. I can.
And,
yeah.
I don't see why you can't use it till we find the person.
That's a great point. Why not? It's just being wasted.
Okay.
I'm good.
So you.
I'm good.
That's fair. That is fair. It's not like you can use it up,
I love Klaus right now.
We just make
This
sure
is exactly why I didn't go to Zoe, because I knew he would be such a party pooper.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, maybe we can find someone to help us search out for this person, and then
Who do you- Anchor Root might know.
Yeah,
like in an
let's go
attempt
talk
to
to her.
not find.
She might know. She's typically more of a bug person.
That's
But,
true.
she-
Where do you think we should start?
Is she still off campus? Didn't we try to go to Zuma with her?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We could.
Sorry for being a buzzkill here now. Sorry.
The other buzzkill. Well, maybe. Zoe He's been around for a while. We don't have to tell him about what a canvas, if that's your concern. If you're just trying to locate a person.
Okay, let's do it.
I mean,
All right,
and just so if you were at all concerned, like you found this, so it is within your lost and found care. So
okay.
you have claim.
I feel like I've given 2 things that I found to Zoe, and like, it makes total sense. We're all a team. I want us to all work together, and there's 2 of him in a way with Gordy, and Gordy's awesome and kicks ass. I just
always getting the items.
Yeah, and it's just I know it's negative or unhealthy thought patterns here, but I just have them. And of course, this is all total bullshit because I'm totally resenting him in my head, but I don't.
No, the important thing is we're just trying to find the person. So if you don't even have to talk about the spindle or the box that it came with, we're just looking for the people.
And clearly, it's a crazy person too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Our-
Can we tell a perception check or something to try and determine maybe the age of the papyrus?
Sure. Yeah.
Great point.
I have a +4.
Yep. Perception 6, yes.
Again, Josh, not so sure. Korzakan, you feel like this has to be over 60 years, maybe over 80 years old. This is pretty old. You're surprised it has disintegrated.
Okay. It's because I've looked at so many maps, man. Don't worry about it. All these old maps I used to work with.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't particularly worried about not being able to date the paper.
Cool.
But I'm so glad you are skilled enough to do it.
Are there any magically inclined teachers or professors that are significantly older?
If you could go to Professor Ott, I feel like Otua just out of nowhere. Is my tattoo working? What's going on?
So I do not like Professor Ott, so I'm gonna X-nay that one.
Are you gonna dish? What's
No. That's me, Lorna talking. So that was Lorna talking. I will say.
He's bad vibes.
I don't know about Professor I think he probably has bigger things to deal with. So why don't we start with? We can start with the Tua. We can check in with Gordy and Zoe and Zachariah. I haven't seen Zachariah in ages, and go from there.
Okay, that sounds great.
Thanks for your guidance here, buddy.
Oh, anytime.
All right, so you go ahead and grab it to don it. You have to invest. You have to don it, and it'll circle around your head.
That's not gonna be.
No way.
Yeah, it actually does circle around your head. Yeah.
That's your cases.
So subtle.
It's not.
Do you want to borrow my hat?
Other people have Aeon stones around campus. You've seen it around campus. They're rare, but
They're not
super rare.
incredibly rare. They're
Yeah.
Oh, that makes you feel better about.
they are
not finding it.
technically common, I believe.
Oh,
Lovely.
well, there
No,
you
they're
go.
uncommon. Sorry, they are uncommon.
Oh, damn.
But still, they're not rare.
So, Josh, rather Klaus, as Korzakan reaches in here and grabs this thing, she straightens up real tight and she falls over.
So Korzakan's a dude.
But the actor playing Korzakan.
Oh, okay.
Lorna
Maybe.
just falls.
Lorna, are you okay?
I'm sorry.
I would like to throw out there that I don't think I would have activated it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have wanted to walk across campus with it on my head.
That's
But-
fair. As soon as you had picked it up,
Okay, there we go. That's fine. Okay.
pardon me, I someday will get this right. And along with archers,
Anchor.
the name Archer.
Anchor.
See, this must be what I like having kids. Never remember the name. So, yeah. So Korzakan freezes up and just falls over like a tree.
Well, this is awkward.
You jerk.
Does he make a sound?
Yeah.
Korzakan, are you okay?
Only because classes like that.
Korzakan does not respond.
Can I do? I mean, I'm not
That's
good
why I
with.
was so cautious.
So I don't have medicine, but can I see if maybe what's going on is some sort of curse or something connected to the spindle? An Arcana check, or would it be something else?
Yeah, you could do an Arcana check. Are you investigating? Are you going to touch?
Oh, I'm not touching the spindle, but I'm investigating.
You
Actually,
Korzakan?
you know what? I will use my sword to move the spindle out of Korzakan's hand.
Okay. As you go to touch, he's got it wrapped in his fist, tight like this.
Cut off the hand.
I understand.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
He's good. He fixes it.
That's cool.
Just put it in some ice and then bring him to the infirmary.
Put it in milk.
like a tooth. Yeah, in milk. Yes. Give that boy some milk. So as you're doing that, Korzakan, you go black. The last thing you remember is picking it up, and then you like open your eyes. And as you open your eyes, you're like down on a desk like this. Like you realize you're sleeping. You kind of wake up, open your eyes, and you kind of look around, and you look down, and you have human hands. Your hands are no longer green.
Oh my god. I look for. I like inspect my hands. I try to like rub off the non-green and go look in a mirror.
So as you're sitting up, before you get to getting up and you're kind of freaking out a little bit, you do hear kind of a muffled voice, and then come from the other room, walking towards you. It sounds like it's a woman's voice, and you feel like you must have been asleep here for a while. It's a very weird feeling. If you look around you as you're getting up and you're kind of brushing your hands off, trying to wipe off this terrible color on your hands, and the whole room is like wood, and there's stacks of books everywhere, and it seems familiar for some reason.
Okay, so I'm assuming that I am in a vision of some sort in the library, of the tree library, but do I need to...
Yeah, it comes back to you. Yeah, you are in the tree library, you think, and you hear a woman come around and say, Woodrow, did you fall asleep again? It's like, how you humans not treasure every waking moment, I'll never know. And this beautiful woman, she's an elf, comes around. The whole place kind of has a sepia look. There's so much like dust in the air and stuff. The air is thick. You can almost taste it. You know, the book and the wood in the air. But this woman, her eyes shine through, just pure brown eyes, and she has a beautiful little gold key that looks very familiar hanging around her neck. And on her finger is a long cut emerald diamond that's gleaming. Looks like a wedding ring. You look down, and you also have a wedding band on. And she says, come on, if we don't get these books organized, we'll never get this library done.
I jump up and I start helping, but so like it's cool if I realize that this is like some sort of vision, right? Or do I need to be a little confused? Okay.
Whatever you want, yeah.
I'm gonna hightail it to the room with the bees. Are they there?
Okay, so you grab some books, like you're helping out and run off. And do you say anything to her?
Yeah, I'm on it. Let me start with this room over here.
Okay, and so you head to the room with where you thought bees would be, and there are no bees.
Okay.
Everything looks a little bit newer, like freshly moved. There's not dust on everything. The air is thick with like kind of like just from moving books and stuff, and probably some woodwork being done and whatnot. So it could be fresher air, but it's not been sitting dust for a long time.
And remind me, did we find all of the objects in the library that we needed to?
All except for one, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna ask her about that one book.
Okay, yeah. She says, "Oh, the humming scroll. Yes, I think I came across that earlier.
What did you put it away, or I'm just...
I think it's in the room you're in over there, or where you just were with the books.
I want to make sure it's categorized right, because it could be under singing or it could be under birds, So I go look for it.
All right, yeah. You walk into where that wasp nest was, and there you look around and you feel like you kind of know how these are categorized in your brain now, like how things are working. It's kind of coming to you. And yeah, you find the scroll tube, and you open it up, and as you open it goes, like starts humming and singing a little bit out the tube, and you close it.
Okay. I'm gonna like try to put that in a place that's like the bunk beds aren't anywhere, I assume, yet. It's still a library.
Yeah, it looks like the shelving's not up in the central of the library yet. It's still looks like they pushed all the bunk beds to the center at this point. The big center room.
Okay.
All the furniture.
I'm going to just like try to hide it somewhere that'll be preserved. Like under that chair, behind that chair, like, I don't know. Well, I'm going to like read it first if I can, get some knowledge, and then in case it was important, then hide it under that chair in the bottom left room.
Okay.
And then I'm going to talk to her and be like, hey, like, what have you heard about this? Like, is it thimble, or maybe I'll just come clean. I'm totally just going to come clean, actually.
Okay. How are you going to come clean?
be like, this may be a hallucination of yours and or mine, like, together. Don't want to, like, worry you, but I'm actually not your husband, or I am a half-orc named Korzakan, and I'm in the year, whatever year it is, and whatnot, and I believe that I found the thimble thing that your husband... Oh, shit. Connect the dots. That thimble thing that you may have been looking for. And also, I think your husband's in grave danger.
As you talk to her, she kind of takes some of that in, but not all of it.
Clearly.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, you are so funny. Butcher, you are so funny. She's like, oh, remember, that reminds me, you also said it was hallucination when we first met. Do you remember that? And everything kind of fades a little bit to black. And there is it fades in, and you see them meeting, and they're meeting down close to where you found this box. It looks like there's a group of students down there, and they are doing a rave. No, and they're like,
It's timeless.
That actually sounded pretty cool.
No, they're having like a little gathering. Something's like a downstairs picnic, but looks like they're passing wine around. They're having a good time, and you meet there, and he tells you that he thinks you're a fascination. He thinks he imagined you, and you guys talk, and that is your first meeting. The vision kind of goes along, kind of skips through time a little bit, and you guys are falling in love and kissing, and then you see where he is. You're proposing to her. The flash forward.
Pee myself a little bit.
And that really happened. It was crazy. It's like
Leaving a scent trail.
Always come back to this point.
And when you propose, she says, you have to ask my father. So you flash out, a blackout, and then we fade back in, and you are standing at a large double doorway in a beautiful elven entryway. And you look down and you realize you're about 30 feet above the ground, and you're in Mwangi, in the expanse, in the jungle, in the trees. And you go in, and there is there's clearly a warrior tribe leader here. He says, "Oi." Starts to throw back for a couple of my old players.
Okay.
Well, what is it? What you want?
Sir, I am here to ask for your blessing for your daughter's hand in marriage.
You want my blessing?
Or your permission, your preference.
I don't know you. What you doing? What you doing with my daughter?
Nothing inappropriate, I assure you, but we are very good friends. And I would like to continue to be friends and more with her. Oh, God. How do people do this? Oh, God. Yeah, I'll just let him respond to that.
Man comes to me. Man wants to wed my daughter. You're not even an elf.
I know I am a mere human, but I assure you that I am committed to adopting the elven ways if welcome to do so, and raising our children in the elven ways, and respecting and perpetuating your culture in any way possible, and continuously fighting for your daughter's worth or something. I don't know.
Well, you're in the right place, isn't it? You here we fight. We fight for our culture. So you're going to come out and do some fighting with us, with the beasties.
That I can do. And then I realize I'm not Korzakan.
Oh, wait, maybe I can.
This slight overview, you don't actually have to go fight them. He brings you out, and you attempt to fight these animals. And you don't do that as great as another party we know of that we've played this here before. Critical successes. We fade into the marriage, to the wedding itself. You guys get married. You guys are clearly very happy together. You seem to take on this project. It sounds like you take on this project to turn this old dorm into a library. It seems to be a passion project for you, and she's helping you with it. And you guys are working at it, and you're both in the same room, piling books up. And she is opening a tome, and something green gas comes out, and she hits her just in the face. It was like maybe a trapped tomb, which is why, or maybe something so old and cursed, or who knows. Hits her in the face. She falls to the ground.
I try to find the spindle. I try to heal her.
Yep. So spindle doesn't exist yet, but you, in your mind, maybe you think about something that could heal her in the future. But immediately you don't have any spindle.
Okay. So do I have any powers to heal her, or I can bring her to any other healers?
Sure. Yeah. So you go up and you check on her, and you roll a medicine check, and you realize that she is something's seriously wrong with her. She's not responding. You can't get her back to consciousness. She's passed out. Her eyes are closed. Not like Korzakan, where Korzakan's frozen in place. She is just passed out. So yeah. So like you said, you can bring her to the nurse, and the doctors at the Magambia cannot identify this poison. She's in a coma, and they don't know what's wrong with her, and she is out for weeks like that.
I give her true love's first kiss or first coma kiss. That does anything?
Kiss her while she's in true love's first coma kiss, and doesn't wake her up, unfortunately. But she is out for weeks, but she does eventually wake up. And are you by her side? Are you doing the work at the tree stump? How are you dealing with that?
I mean, she's the love of my life, so I'm hanging out right there. For sure.
Okay. She wakes up, and her eyes start to open, and you kind of see her coming to consciousness. What do you do?
I say her name, and just be like,
Isla.
like, you're awake. How are you feeling?
And her big, beautiful brown eyes open and look at you and say, hi.
Do you remember me?
I don't know who you are.
If you just excuse me for a second, and I don't know if I should be fully emotionally invested, but I as Korzakan, I still am, and I just go into the corner and cry a little bit, and go get the nurse and just take some space for myself.
That's fair. So you take some space for yourself. The nurses come in. They're excited to see her awake, but it does turn out that whatever curse this was, she has lost her memory and does not remember who you are.
Just me or everything?
Everything.
Great.
I mean, she knows how to take care of herself.
Right.
It's weird because she does the regular things, but can't remember who she is, who people around her are, what she did for a living, things of that nature. The doctor meets with you and says, it's Professor Odd, actually. No, he says,
Hate that guy.
The doctor says, it's just, her memories may come back from her. I'll write some colleagues to see if there's anything anyone can do. Certainly all the magic in this world, we may be able to find something to help her. Says, but in the meantime, maybe bring her back to what she was doing and spend time with her there. Her memory very well may come back if she spends time there.
Okay, so that's what we do. We keep organizing. I keep telling her stories of our life and of things I know from her past. We use smells because smells are very good at bringing memories.
That's true. Smells are good. And that helps because that whole place has a very unique smell. And what you find is that she often leaves the organizing, and you walk into the room where she was and she's not there. Maybe you get worried for a minute, but you always find her. It looks like she's made up a little nook in the southwest corner where she sits and reads through the days, reads books, and it seems to be where she lives, and she tells you about the stories she's read. And there's little 51st dates where you explain to her,
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Married and all that stuff, and she enjoys her little life living in the in that little room mostly. I mean, and you guys still have a home, of course, but she spends a lot of time in there. And you start to grow old, and you get older and older, and she obviously ages with you, but she lives much longer life than you, several human lifetimes.
Right.
And comes a point where you're probably going to die, and she's not going to remember who you are. So you decide to put forth your effort and creating a message for her in case she ever remembers and remembers where you first met.
Oh, I ruined it. Oh no.
No, it's okay. Completely okay. So you took time and craft a wonderful little piece of magic for her and leave it in a special capsule in the place where you met, where you think she would find it.
Oh my god.
And as you're locking that up, you black out and you wake up as Korzakan, and your hand releases this thing, and it seems to be whatever he enchanted that with seems to be gone. You can use it as normal.
No.
Dude, you're an asshole.
I feel bad, so that doesn't make me an asshole. Like, I wake up like crying for sure.
Korzakan, are you okay?
Oh, and
Klaus been watching his tears just come out his frozen eyes. You know?
I'll just keep watching.
I try to have Klaus touch it just in case, like it like it regenerates or something.
No, I just saw what happened to you. I'm not touching that.
I'm fine. Oh,
The first
Was it a
item,
good high?
God.
the first item Korzakan actually gets to keep. Yes.
I try to I'm gonna tell him exactly what happened, of course, and then Klaus, do you have any information or knowledge on how to record memories in a way that are like beyond just verbal communication, like visual? Is there a way to save that somehow? Because I just saw a lot of things that I want to have saved.
Storyteller? Do I?
You would think it'd be a much higher level wizard than yourself.
Export as
But-
wave.
Is it something that maybe I've heard of?
Possibly. I don't know
assume
what
it's
spell it
Arcana.
is, so I'd have to go look it up.
It's okay.
But I think it's going to be easy to say that you did not
Okay, cool.
with that roll. So
Well, I'm not very familiar with Zove to do that, but sounds very reasonable for someone of higher level of great skill to accomplish.
Yeah, let's go find some professors and see if who's the guy that gave us tattoos? Maybe he's got something.
Professor Zuma.
Zuma, yes, Zuma.
Well-
Zuma.
Maybe. I mean, he does seem to be knowledgeable of rituals and such, but
Memories are fading, buddy. We gotta go.
oh, okay. Well, then let's do it.
We can walk and talk. Who do you think we should be heading up?
Professor Zuma is a great call. We could. I mean, I know you don't want to go to Professor Ott, but
I can make it work. If actually, you know what, Professor Ott is who we need to go see. Let's go.
yeah, I completely agree. But I did not want to put that on you. I know that you don't enjoy.
I'll get over it. For now, at least for now.
For this one occasion.
All right.
all right, so you go find Professor Ott. He's in a class, but it's kind of finishing up. You think you might have 10 minutes left. You guys wait?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Just
Pacing.
It's gonna take.
And I'm
10
telling,
minutes.
I'm telling Klaus over and over and over again to make sure I remember everything. And
Klaus is writing it all down feverishly.
extract brain. No, that won't work.
There's got to be a way, because it's basically
Yeah.
mimicking what already happened. Like the power in that thing is what I need to do.
Yeah. And
Yep, teacher Ott. He says, "Hello. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I just got off class." You kind of catch him walking out of the class since you're waiting for that. What do you tell him?
I found something and it had some magic, and it was a one-time magic thing, and I touched it, and I feel like I've ruined something very important for other people, and I need your help to correct it, and I need to find a way to extract memories from my brain and put it into an object so I can give it to someone else.
Says, "Oh, that's certainly interesting. So you want to extract memories from your brain and put it into something else? Like what?
Like anything, like this thing here that I pass off to him.
Well, sure. That's some high level magic. We do have wizards of that level. Not teachers typically. You know, they say if you can't do, teach. That's why we're here.
Clearly, under my breath, of course.
However, we can certainly call somebody in. I'm not I can see who's in town, but what's. That's probably a very expensive spell to hire onto. We would have to pay for most likely, or call a favor in for.
Yeah.
Why would we do this?
I mean, just to be good people. I made a mistake. It was also some of your past students, I believe, and I tell the name, like Lucienne or something. I can't remember what the name was.
Woodrow
Isla and Woodrow.
I was so close. I just show him the letter.
He says, "Oh, this is quite old. I mean, who?"
You don't remember them?
No, I was a student here not that long ago, maybe 10 years ago.
Wait, I thought Ott was in this. No, wasn't he in the dream? Did I make that up?
Wasn't it a young Morgan
I
Freeman?
was kidding when you went to because you didn't like Ott, so I said, "Oh, you go to Professor Ott." I was kidding about yeah, but no, he was not in the dream. Sorry,
This is the days around. Okay,
my bad.
he's a human. She is an elven woman, daughter of some very strong elven clan tribe soldiers fighters. So you don't want to
Okujai.
Totally.
Certainly. I mean, we don't have any Okujai on campus that are students.
That's okay. I'll go find them.
Okay, you can certainly find them. They're a bit of a trip away.
That's beside the point. Get back to the point, man.
I guess I guess I don't know the purpose. Who are we giving this to, and why are we?
It doesn't matter. I just need you to call someone. Just make a call, please. Just make a call.
I can make a call, but I mean, it would be a lot for you to pay for this. This is something you hiring a wizard of that type of level is pretty expensive.
Can you hire like a wizard, an elven wizard that might have more sympathy for the subject? Or
Also, did Klaus, when he touched it during the 10 minutes between us arriving in the class ending, did that affect him at all? I don't know.
No, he didn't have any effect.
Okay, all right.
I will calm down and tell him everything.
Okay. Well, he says, look, why don't we look up these students first? Or maybe they weren't even students. That is interesting. I didn't know about the tree stump. If you remember, I wasn't quite sure what happened there. But we can take a look at, let me see what's going on there. Obviously, if he has passed away, that's why he did this. I mean, he's of no help. Maybe she's still in the city.
So,
and you could tell her yourself, you know.
Oh, it's different telling than feeling, though.
That's
yeah,
true.
Sure.
There is something called a potion of shared memories. It's a level 1 potion that you can transfer memories about 1 minute in length.
So anyway, so you got he goes to some archives and he looks up, these people, and he's like, yes, Woodrow. Yeah, yes, I do see we have the marriage history here as well. He looks like he passed away about 40 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what about her?
Maybe longer, actually. So, looking at these dates here. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, his wife. His wife says they're still married and she's still alive. Oh, medical records. Hold on. Let me go to that.
Yes, she lost her memory. Don't worry about the medical records. We know this.
if you need to know if she's still alive.
I already told you all of this.
Medical care that would decide where she goes afterwards if she wasn't of right mind. So head over to the medical facilities.
Korzakan's just like pacing around us.
Yeah, I really am. I am.
Yes. So yes, here it is. So it looks like she was sent back to her family. They came to pick her up after her husband passed away.
Okay. All right.
She is living there.
Okay.
Would you want to maybe send her a message or send the clan a message? We could certainly, we have couriers that go out there.
Fine. Yes.
All right. Well, why don't I give you some parchment? You can write down exactly what you remember. We can send it. If she doesn't have a memory, I'm not sure how much it will help, but at least you'll have something. And we could send the letter too.
Well, luckily I've been transcribing while Korzakan was reciting. So this is all you need to send.
Oh, Klaus, you're the best.
I try.
I mean, I still don't love this, but what do you think, Klaus? What do you think I should do?
Well,
what would you do?
I think it is very important that we return as much as we can memory-wise. It sounds like there are some avenues, but perhaps if just send the note, see if she's even interested. Mm-hmm. You don't have to force something on her that she doesn't want. So just send a note.
Let's do it.
And if you want to, we could use those potions of shared memories that Zoe told us about.
Are they less expensive?
Yeah, we can have someone brew those up for you. They're only level 1.
Okay, cool.
you could at least try to put some of the memories that you saw in there, since they're kind of your memories now.
Let's do that, and we'll like obviously make note of that, so she can choose to drink it or not. So let's do that. I feel good. Let's do this.
This is about
Excellent. All right, you guys get that together, get a little gift package together, and get prepped to send that off. We'll say a hawk. Send an owl. We don't want any sort of copyright infringement. And so a hawk comes to grab this little picnic basket type thing that you guys put together and take off with it. Tie it up, and Ott talks to the owl. And
the hawk?
The owl, yes. His name is Owl.
Oh, Owl the hawk.
It does confuse some people.
It's like owl with an accent. Owl.
Yeah, that's
Owl, yeah. Listen,
right.
Owl.
Owl.
Listen, Owl, you hawk. So he tells him, he's speaking hawk. He's like, I don't know what type of noise that is, but it's hawk today. And the hawk kind of flaps extra to get it off the ground and takes off with it.
Is there any tracking number or anything? Make sure it gets there.
It says require signature on delivery, please.
Okay. I feel
picture.
good.
Korzakan draws a slingshot.
Yeah, I feel very good about that. I appreciate your support, both of you.
That's good. I wish I would have thought of that earlier. You see it go about 20 yards. It's a slingshot.
How hungry are you today?
So yeah, it takes off. So good. I'm glad you feel a little better and got to learn a little bit more. And you still have a spindle that gives you magical healing. Your face just does not look
feeling as great about it anymore.
Oh, you didn't know. You didn't know. It was hidden pretty well. Now you have a little bit of insight into the place and the key and the story behind it.
And gold.
And
gold.
healing juju.
Yeah.
The key is actually made of, I think real gold is worth a certain amount. You could sell that off unless you sent the key
Or
back.
we could have a cubby.
That's where we'll stash the extra alcohol
Yeah.
at the party.
Lock
At the
that
club.
stuff up all the time.
Yeah, I'm down. We're gonna keep that. We're not melting that down.
And it
yet.
still has A plus W on it, so you'll remember it.
That's right. Nice way to wrap that up. I like that a lot. So I want to get you guys prepped a little bit for your upcoming graduation.
What, the real graduation, right?
Real graduation. You have heard from around about, so as part of your graduation, and this is a graduation really going from initiates to attendants. So the initiate plan is a little shorter. Well, I won't go too far into it, but essentially you're going to be graduating. And as part of that graduation, what you have heard around town is that you will be crafting a mask for yourself, your very first mask. And as you go through school, you will craft additional masks. You can craft any mask, shape, color, material that you want, that can afford. The teachers will craft and shape it with their magic as you do it. So they link with you and help you do it. So you don't really need crafting skill. So you can pretty much craft whatever you want, but it is a ceremony, and you will be becoming attendants along with Hybrim, Essie, and all your friends at the same time. And you think they'll be coming up pretty soon. You think it's just a couple weeks away here. Hybrim and them are coming back in next week, and you guys will close out this part of the school year together.
Okay.
So I want you guys to be ready for that and think about what type of masks that your characters want to have on as you guys craft those together. But other than that, we are that went pretty longer than I expected.
Sorry.
Solid.
No,
that was good.
As long as we're having a good time,
really
that's all that
paranoid
matters.
about it.
If we're having fun, we're winning. So we will see you guys next week.
Ooh. For
It's time
graduation?
for graduation.
Time for graduation.
Wait, do we have legal rights to vitamin C? Can I play that?
No.
Yes.
No. Oh.
No.
I wrote that
Okay, we'll
song
talk
and
about it.
I say yes. Okay, we'll
Okay.
chat.
We'll chat.